25% of the fuel consumed by individuals and enterprises in major metropolitan areas and states such as New York, Virginia, North and South Carolina, and Georgia. Such ransomware attacks are commonplace and costly for enterprises of all kinds. The attack forced Colonial to temporarily halt its pipeline operations, leading to regional gas shortages, long lines, price increases, and gas hoarding. It also revealed, again, the vulnerability of critical U.S. infrastructure operations to cyber attacks. Colonial paid a ransom of around $5 million to be able to decrypt its data and regain access to computer systems. And in addition to paying the ransom, the company had to contend with lost revenue and reputational damage. Whether for a pipeline or a financial institution, it is essential for a company to protect itself and its operations and databases against adversarial, ill-intentioned economic actors. A solution lies in distributed ledger technology, DLT, popularly referred to as blockchain. DLT was designed with the assumption that firms will be faced with untrustworthy counterparties who will attempt to exploit online transactions for private gain. In the case of Colonial, with its use of sensors, valves, and leak detection systems in controlling its pipelines, blockchain-based multi-tier cybersecurity protection in a smart metering environment could have provided protection. An alternative would be using distributed data storage for critical data linked to a permissioned blockchain. Granted, legacy solutions to prevent these kind of ransomware attacks already exist, such as air-gapped systems, offline cold backups, and a tested IT disaster recovery plan. In air-gapped systems, where the network is disconnected from outside networks, both wired and wireless, with Wi-Fi transceivers prevented from being in the vicinity of the air-gapped systems, the only way to transfer data is to copy the information to a physical peripheral, such as a tape backup or a hard drive, and then connect it to a recipient system. Offline cold backups, done with all users offline, ensure that files cannot be changed during backup and are protected from live viruses and hacking attempts, with the backup data stored offline. Blockchain offers an alternative, but must prove its superior effectiveness over legacy solutions to justify making the transition. While blockchain has existed for more than a decade, only in recent years has it matured to the point of becoming a potentially disruptive innovation. This book explores the opportunities blockchain makes possible, while also defining the limits of current blockchain applications to provide leaders of legacy enterprises with strategies to leverage blockchain for maximum competitive advantage. What is DLT in blockchain? DLT relies on three interconnected concepts: distributed peer-to-peer, P2P networks, robust cryptography, and game theory-derived incentives known as tokens. Tokens are digital assets that have value and can be used as rewards to motivate desired behavior and as a means of payment within the DLT for services rendered by a participant, such as verifying authenticity or transferring asset ownership. Blockchain is one application of DLT and is perhaps the best known, and it specifically groups exchange transactions between counterparties into blocks and then cryptographically chains the blocks together, hence blockchain. Blockchain is the technology underlying Bitcoin creation and exchange, and since then its applicability has rapidly reached far beyond cryptocurrency. DLT uses robust encryption so that data is secure and available only to intended recipients. Copies of the data are distributed across nodes so that hacking data would require breaking into the multiple nodes and altering each copy, making tampering increasingly evident as well as increasingly difficult. How can blockchain be used? Blockchain superiority goes beyond value exchange and data security. Blockchain can help avoid intermediaries that add costs and introduce inefficiencies and incremental risks. Here are some brief case studies, some happening now, some in the near future, that illustrate blockchain's reach. Global supply chains. Global supply chains are an arena plagued by delays, fraud, unethical worker treatment, and data inconsistencies between counterparties. Supply chain fraud, for example, from using the same invoice to obtain financing from multiple credit sources, can cost $600 billion a year.